Welcome, fellow Raiders, to day 4 of 7 days of Christmas streaming, and obviously Merry Christmas, because today was Christmas Day here where I'm at. I played just under 8 hours, and I was questing pretty much all day. I was lucky enough to get the items on Stella in the morning with a reasonable number of raids where I left off on day 3. So I finished the expedition completely. So I gave everything in, including all the 300,000, the 200,000, 150, and 100,000 of the different items. They did change some of these. So starting from, I believe, let me see the guide I just did on my Discord. They changed the second stage. You need cooling coils, not fans. And then the third stage, you need shredder gyro, 10 of them, so you have to kill a bunch of them on Stella. They only give you one, so you gotta kill 10 and loot it. And then the fourth page requires you to get 2 Stella specific items. The frequency modulator box, you need 5, and then you also need 3 ion spotters. These only spawn in basically the assembly and potentially the medical if you want to get the frequency modulator. And everybody's looking for it. It took me forever to get it, so that definitely held me back on getting this faster. And then after you're done with that, you need also 3 leaper cores, so you gotta kill leapers or hunt or like do more of the electric storm thing. I think you can get it from couriers, but I'm not 100% sure of that. But if you just kill them, just take it. Just make sure you keep more than what you need for the bench upgrades, because you need to give in 3 Leaper Pulse unit. So after that, you get to the last stage, and I'm looking at my screenshots here. Combat items, 200,000. Survival items, 100,000. Provisions, which is like blueprints and diamonds and food and stuff, 150. And then 300,000 of materials. I was able to do materials immediately, and then pretty much half of everything else. And then I had to hunt a lot for provisions because diamond icons. So I went to Buried City, took it out, gave it in. And then the last one was survival items because I didn't really want to give up my meds. I don't have that many yet. And like crafting and getting Mullen and all that takes a long time. So that part was a little bit more complex. Then I switched to questing. So I'm at 49 quests done out of the, I believe, is 86 total, including the Stella and the new quests that were added at the cold snap. So I'm about, I guess, halfway through. Most of my raids were successful today. I don't think I died a single time. Yeah, I didn't die a single time. I did have to kill 2 guys today. Both of them were basically betrayals. One guy was murdering people in Stella, so I hunted him down with another dude. We killed him. And then the other guy got downed by this random asshole dude on Buried City. And I revenged him. I killed him while he was still trying to... he didn't knock him out yet. And so I revenged him. I killed him. And then I knocked him out. But I didn't have a defib to save the original guy. And poor guy... he had a lot of good loot, and I was like, shit, I always bring a defib, but this time I didn't. So, unfortunately, he had to give up, and I took some of his loot and then dipped out. But there's nothing I could do. So, it was in JKN building, so there was no way to get like a defib or anything. And not only that, medical, even the hospital doesn't really spawn defibs, as far as I could tell. I never really looted one. So on the skill tree, this is where I'm at. I went from level 40 to 47. Obviously, it's slowed down significantly as you get into these levels, especially because I'm not farming Arc anymore, so I'm not getting a ton of XP, and I'm not spending a lot of time outside as well. Like, my raids are not super long because if I can get something done in 5 minutes, I'm done, and I just dip. So I've spent the points and finally maxed out Broad Shoulders and Looter's Luck. I also obviously got the Travel Tinkerer, and I picked up Good as New. And so I'm at 28. And my plan for this to continue tomorrow is to eventually get to Security Breach. And the way that I'm going to do that is I'm going to spend 1 point in Stubborn Mule, because this thing only works if you're actually over encumbered. So I don't really get to that point now that I have this. But I want to put 5 points in 3 Deep Breath, because as soon as you exhaust yourself and your stamina is blinking, this will allow it to start moving up faster. So I'm definitely spending 5 points in this, so that's 6 points. And I have to spend 8 to get 36. So I'm going to max out Agile Croucher. And so this will be full. And then 1, 6, or 1, 5. And then that means I'm going to be at 36 here. And then I'm going to buy Security Breach. Then I'm going to move over to Conditioning. And I want to get to Loaded Arms. Because it basically cuts the weight of your main weapon or the equipment weapon to half. It's a 50% reduction. So I will have to spend, and I'm probably going to start doing used to the weight first, because I'm going to start transitioning using medium shields now, and I don't want that to slow me down. So I probably will have to do that pretty quickly to get to medium shields, and then I can start using medium shields, because I don't want to be a slog. So whatever points are left is what we're going to figure out what to do with, maybe in mobility or these two, Turtle Claw or Determined, but down but determined. Like these two for PvP are probably good, because it gives time for your teammates to pick you up more. So I'm definitely going to get the 15 points to these two. So I'm gonna have to spend 5 here total. That's 10, 11, and then so I need to spend 4 more, and I think I'm gonna do probably 1 and then 3. So because none of these matter to me in PvP, it doesn't matter. But stamina, yes. So I'm gonna do 3 on that one, and then maxed, and then I'm spending this. I'm gonna get this one, and then I'm gonna get this one, and that's it. So that should be 19 points, and I'm at 18 here, and then I'll be at 37 here, and then whatever's left is what we have to figure out. I think that's it for today. I also broke 1 million coins, which was totally accidental, because I was just doing Stella Montes looking for those damn items for hours, and so everything else that I brought out, and Stella Montes loot is expensive, I was just selling it. I literally didn't even care what it was. I was literally just coming out and selling it immediately. So I ended up over 1 million already, with my stash almost being full. It cleared out a little bit when I did the expedition and I put everything in, but you know, obviously now it's pretty much back to full. And then obviously now I'm thinking about, like, okay, do I have to get to 5 mil? Because I'm sure, I have a feeling they'll change it to some level because of all the outcry. It is still doable. Like, it's very doable. I can already see that. If it's just farming, I made 1.5 million in a day when I was doing my 5 million before the thing. On the cold snap update day, when the update dropped, that day I made 1.5 million towards my 5 mil. I actually already was at 5 mil and I ended up at like 7.7 altogether, but I was farming blueprints. And talking about blueprints, yes. So I'm at 40 out of 75. A nice guy gave me the Aphelion from Stella Montes, and I actually did find another one later on. So I have one for my buddy that I'm keeping. I also have a second Bobcat. I just got the Hull Cracker. I have to learn that because that's a quest item, and if you sell it, you can never get it again. So 41 out of 75 is what I have, and I think that's a pretty solid progress in 4 days. And so we'll see you guys tomorrow in the next stream, and then the next recap after that. So thanks for watching.